There we go. Spotlight myself so I don't get too ADD. Okay, my name is Pam Garner, in case you can't see that on the screen. I'm not sure what shows up in the recording. And this is MK Close-Up. I felt like Dateline. I don't watch Dateline, but my name is so-and-so and this is Dateline. Anyway, sorry y'all. I'm a goof and I have a very quirky sense of humor. If you don't get it, just love me through it. And if you do get it, you're my people. My whole family's this way. We can't even look at each other when certain things happen because we just start laughing. We're going to talk to you today. I'm going to talk to you today about all my favorites. Now, if you're a guest of a consultant, which we love that, I want you to type that in the chat and say, I'm a guest of so and so. And then with our consultants, this particular, whether you watch a recording or you watch it live like we are today, this particular event, we'll call it like gathering, is really just because a lot of times someone comes to Mary Kay, and even as a customer, you may have gotten your glass skin kit. So you've gotten your repair, your charcoal, your peel, maybe a mascara or something, peripheral. And you're like, I don't know what everything is. And this is what I'm using. Well, our goal is to keep you as a customer for life because we're going to make you love your skin. So you want to talk with your consultant in case you're feeling too much moisture, too much oil, so that she can tweak a couple things. Because literally, as corny as that sounds, I want you to be like touching your face sometime when you're in the bathroom or doing your makeup and go, I love my skin. That's the goal. We want to get rid of the buying mistake drawer at home because, we live in an Instagram, TikTok world. Are y'all inundated with ads? We were laughing. A friend of mine stopped and stayed with me um, uh, when she was coming through town, and we talked about something. I think it was like I was going to use some star points to get, and I did actually. It's already come in. One of those solo bonfire stoves because they're smokeless. Like you can just have your s'mores and all the things. And she was like, "What is that?" And I said, "It's like a bonfire, but like it's portable, you know." It's like, "Oh my gosh." Well, literally within an hour, ads were showing up on her phone. I know it's like, ooh. So you can be inundated. And, put in the chat if you're like ever been confused. If you walk into an Ulta, I mean, I'm not going to send you there because, well, I'm not going to talk about that. Or a Sephora. Yeah, it's all like candy store, but it's so confusing. And you do end up with a drawer full of buying mistakes. One of my really good friends and customers, after the pandemic, when they let us back out of our houses, so to speak, don't get me started, I'll be joking irreverently. Um, just called me and said, "Hey." I said, "Hey." She said, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm talking to you. What are you doing?" And she said, "Well, I did a thing." And I said, "What'd you do?" And she said, I cheated." And I said, "What are you talking about?" And she said, "I cheated on you." And she said, just press the Instagram button and the TikTok button. And like I bought stuff and I don't like any of it. None of it works together. Can I come back to Mary Kay? I said, "You absolutely can because you have a consultant. We go home in those jars. We are your gift with purchase, whether you want us or not." And if you're not used to that service, I will tell you this if you're a customer on this call. If you're not used to that service, know that she's going to check on you. She's going to send you a fun book in the mail. She's going to text you. She's going to call you. She's going to send you. We do two big specials a year for our customers as a thank you. And we do lots of fun, short, like 30 minutes or less virtual events where we do giveaways. Who doesn't want a giveaway? And she's not trying to sell you something. We want you to get to buy what you want and not sell you something. There's a very different dynamic there. We present the products, we allow you the opportunity to experience them, we expose you to them, and then you get to purchase what you want. And I will tell you this, I've been a single mom. Well, my daughter's 25. Can I really say I'm a single mom anymore? No. But since she was itty bitty, it was just me and her. And my customers know that every mascara purchase, every cleanser purchase, they pay for two sets of braces. They pay for my gorgeous dream home. They know that they were supporting someone they knew, and it's a big deal. They're not supporting someone that's a CEO of a big box place. It's just you walk in, walk out. The people may love working there, but they're not trained like we are. And they don't make, they're not making a living for their family in the same way that we are. They're just trying to, get ahead. And so it's important. It's important. So thank you so much. So I'm going to tell you kind of the basis of skincare, customized skincare. What did I do with my dynamic wrinkle limiter? I may have to fake it. Um, that is not good. Um, and I'm going to talk to you about our color, the whole deal. Now, we're not a one-stop shop. I don't do deodorant and toothpaste, so let me just be clear. But we are a place where you can find something you want, an eye pencil, a mascara, a cleanser, a powder, a bronzer, a system, dermacosmetics. You know, used to medical grade was a thing. That was back when you could only get certain skincare ingredients at like derms or plastic surgeons or a med spa. We are so grateful to be licensed to do dermacosmetics, but that's not really a thing anymore because those things aren't sold prescription only. And so you want a premier product, a prestige product. The other thing you'll find is that the prices, obviously as a consultant, you get it 50% off. As a customer, our prices are so low that sometimes I feel like they need to come with a disclaimer. I told somebody this week, I said, okay, I'm about to tell you about our eye cream. Everybody needs an eye cream. But I need to tell you something before I do. She's like, what? She was like trying to figure out. I said, well, I'm going to tell you the price, and it's very low. And I need your brain not to go, how can it be that good if it's cost that little? Because I buy it from the manufacturer, Mary Kay. I sell it to the consumer, period. There's no middleman. We're not a multi-level. I'm not selling you something that I have to buy from somebody else to buy from somebody else. And she's like, okay. I said, well, it's $44. She said, $44? My one I'm using right now is 180. I said, I'm just saying. And you get me, So that's important. Well, my grandmother had, now what does this have to do with skincare? Just follow with me. My grandmother had a just a base pie recipe. She made everything from scratch. I didn't grow up around her, but when we moved to Louisiana when I was in high school, I got to spend a lot of time with her. But every time we would come home, she would cook, typical mama. And she would always fix our favorite cake for our birthday. Well, she had a pie recipe and it was the same base. And she just changed it based on whether it was chocolate or coconut cream or lemon meringue or, however many pies, apple, however many pies you can make. And that's what skincare is. If anyone tells you that skincare is one size fits all, run from them because it is not. It's completely customizable. In fact, I'm going to tell you to do something today. If you haven't put your makeup on, you can do it this morning. But tonight, when you take your makeup off in good lighting, like the bathroom, if you haven't done our Mary Kay Skin Analyzer, go to your app store. It's in both app stores, and it's called the Mary Kay Skin Analyzer, and download it. And it has a scan. It'll say you're a customer or consultant, and scan your face in good lighting with no makeup on. And it'll have a few pages of the scan. Screenshot all of them, send them to your consultant, or if you're a consultant, send them to your director, and then send the product list. Now, don't freak out. The product list is like long sometimes, but it's our job to take that, ask you a few questions, and customize your skincare experience. And it is the nerd in me just goes crazy. It's kind of biometric infrared type. And so that's how it gets those things. And we love to take it when you start your skincare and then take it a month later and 2 months later. You'll be amazed, especially with our new retinol. Okay, so this is our repair set. Oops. I don't know if that drop down is there for y'all, but in case it is, I'm gonna do this. This is our repair set. So this is our premier skincare line. When we do a glass skin situation, which is often, um, we're going to start with that and we're going to add a couple of masks. And if you don't know what glass skin is, the Koreans are cutting edge on all things beauty. And so K Beauty is the Koreans, and they are the ones that made the mask go viral. We have that mask, the biocellulose mask that you put on. It just kind of disappears as it all absorbs into your skin, and you look amazing when you take it off. So I'm not going to be going over that tonight, but it looks like this. Well, tonight. This is not tonight. Okay, it's not down there. I don't know what's happening with my station. It's all awry. Anyway, it's a biocellulose mask, and ours usually they're like, now I'm not talking Amazon. Can we just all raise our hands and say I will not get my skincare from Amazon? Do y'all know what happens? It's like used in a back warehouse. It got hot. Don't get your supplements for your body, your vitamins from Amazon either. Raise your hand. Okay, so the repair set. So it's a cleanser, a foaming cleanser, a lifting serum that is, we call it Spanx for the face. It's for this youth triangle right here to lift, firm, tighten. It's got a day cream and a night cream. The night cream has encapsulated retinol in it, and then it has an eye cream. Now, with your miracle set, which is the other high recipe, is this is an amazing set. Like if you're just starting on anti-aging, or maybe you're in your 20s and you just haven't noticed any dramatic thing yet that you want to address. You want to start good, and then we can add some supplements from there. This set is the only set. I'm going to talk to you about the FDA and the European Union in a second. This set is the only set that the FDA allows us to say it makes a difference in one day. Now, they both do, but we got to follow the rules. So it has a cleanser, a day and a night extra product, and then an antioxidant moisturizer. And then we pick an eye cream. We customize the eye cream. Most people choose the repair eye cream. So that's your base. That's where you start. Now, when you want to talk about glass skin, and I'm always going to tell you that if you're trying to figure out financially where to start, Mary Kay is definitely not expensive, especially considering we've been the number one best-selling brand of skincare and color cosmetics and anti-aging for 3 years in a row in every direct sales company, and then in the top five globally. But when you're switching, you might feel like you're doing a chunk. We also have a fun-free way you can get free product if you're a customer on here. Talk to your consultant about that. So when you add these two products, and I'm going to show you to the repair set, um, you you are glass skinning it. There's a lot other things you can do, depending on your needs based on the Skin Analyzer app. But that's a great place to start. And you don't want to skip. Like someone asked me the other day, well, can I just use a cleanser? Well, yeah, you can. But your every component to every skincare. Well, now I want glass skin, Liz. I know, right? I'm about to tell you. I can show you too. You don't want to skip cleansing, exfoliation, toning, and moisturizing. Those are the basic components of any good skincare routine. Now, toning, a lot of our cleansers have a toner in them, although we do have a toner. My daughter's obsessed with toners, and now she's got me a little obsessed, so I'm taking that train. Um, and she presses hers in. So she uses the toner from the Mary Kay skincare line and presses it into her skin. It's really cool. That's a K beauty thing too. So these two things are charcoal mask. I wish we had smell-o-vision because I cannot touch this without smelling it. When we get a box in from the company that even has one of these, our whole box smells like a spa. So it smells like peppermint, but it's not peppermint. It has eucalyptus, it has rosemary extract, it has uh, honeysuckle. It has the navy bean extract. Now, let me tell you about the navy bean extract. That's proprietary to us. Obviously, you can't patent a navy bean, but it's proprietary to us because we use that extract in a lot of our products because it has an extreme brightening ability, not bleaching, but the finish of your skin, which a lot of people say to me when they're asking about my skin, they'll say, it's so bright. Well, that's on purpose. So it's that. And also it has activated charcoal. Now, our pores can hold 7 years of debris. Is that nasty or what? So a lot of times I'll get calls from people 29, 39, 49, 59, the 9 years. Like when people ask me how old I am, I say I'm 20 through. Um, so I'll get panic calls, and they're always from people who really always had great skin. They've never really had to fool with it. They played with skincare. They've done a mask here and there. They've done this. But they start to notice pore enlargement. And they're like, what do I do? What do I do? Well, what's happened is all the gunk from the environment, their makeup, not being on a regimented skincare program has started to build up in that pore. And the only thing the pore can do is enlarge. And so that's another reason why you want to exfoliate and do a detox. This is a detox. I always suggest you do it at least once a week. Twice a week is preferable. And then some teenagers I will build especially if they're involved in any type of sports, cheerleading, basketball, softball, baseball, football, I will suggest they build up to 3 times a week. So that acts as a vacuum to your pores, has the brightening agent, and literally like you can see it happen. It's a science experiment on your face. I cannot wait for you to try it. So that's the charcoal mask. And then you add this glycolic peel. This happens to be, other than our skincare lines, my very favorite product that we make. It's my daughter's as well. My daughter has psycho dry skin, and so she had kind of texture issues. Now, our skin is going to have texture, our skin is going to have pores, but you can look as flawless as possible with certain products. This is an exfoliant in a chemical form. We have an amazing microdermabrasion that's a physical exfoliant. They're both great. I actually use them both. I never skip this, ever. If I'm tempted to skip anything, I never skip this. I do it twice a week. So I'll charcoal and then I'll do this right after because I'm an 11-minute in the bathroom girl. I'm gonna get it done. This is actually has glycolic acid. Now, your skin does not peel. So if you were to go to an esthetician's office, one of my best friends, my best non-Mary Kay girlfriend, owns a Maddie Spa and a functional medicine wellness clinic, and she's brilliant. And we're always talking like skin, like tell me about this, tell me about this. And we have all of our doctors at Mary Kay on staff, and I have a relationship with Lucy Gilday, which is our chief marketing and chief scientific officer, and she's fascinating to talk to. Well, I said to my friend, what happens when someone they come in to get a peel? She said, okay, so they can have the least intensity to the most intensity. And the least intensity, they'll scale off. They'll like flake off, flake off, flake off for about 3 weeks. And she said, it's more than a sunburn peel. It's like really flaky. And she said, the most intensity, their skin will literally peel off. And she said, and then when they get through, their skin is flawless. It's like baby skin. It's peeled off all the outer layer. And I said, 3 weeks? She said, yeah. And I said, dang, what do they do? She said, well, it's hard to wear makeup. And so we deliver ours, and we'll feel it. It's like a serum. We deliver ours in a marine botanical so that you don't have any downtime. Be like right after or 3 weeks after. And you get that chemical exfoliation, which exfoliates on the top of the skin, but it also digs down a little bit into the pore to get the stubborn things that are holding on to each other. And it is a texture game changer. You literally just cleanse your skin, put this on. I do my neck too, do everything to your neck. If you're 20, just trust me, do everything to your neck. And I leave it on 10 minutes. I set a timer and then I gently wipe it off and do the rest of my nighttime routine. So these combined with the repair set that I showed you, glass skin. I always apply my charcoal mask with this little applicator. I know this is not necessary, but I don't like to get in my fingernails. And it's the color of my pink Cadillac. Isn't it cute? So it's a mask applicator. Also makes a really cute gift. You can pair it like this, as we're getting, can you believe we're 17 Fridays till Christmas? Okay. Next thing, these two things are very popular. In fact, this one we sell every 5 seconds. Now, at the end of this, by the way, if you're one of our customers, there's no set sheet. I'm not selling you anything. If there's anything you fall in love with, you're going to get that from your consultant. And consultants, you are also going to get a text from me. It'll have a little, I'm working on a different way to send it, but it'll have a little line. You just put your email in. And if it doesn't let you do it, text whoever invited you and they'll send you a copy because it's a little cheat sheet from all the things I'm talking about, so you don't have to remember because I talk really fast. So this is our eye makeup remover. See how it's separated? You just shake it up. It's separated because it'll take off waterproof and regular, anything, shadow, uh, mascara, eyebrows, everything. And then you saturate a cotton ball and you just gently lay it on your eye and then wipe. Now, why do you want to use an eye makeup remover? Well, cleansers are not formulated to take your eye makeup off. And you can develop lash mites if you don't get your eye makeup clean, your eye clean. Lash mites are gross if you Google them. It's really nasty. Now it's kind of like staph. We all have some staph on our face. I mean, on our body. If you've ever had a gap in your lashes that you couldn't figure out why is there a gap, or you've got an itchy lash line, lash mites, like 99% lash mites. So you want to always take your eye makeup off. Now, one of my friends, she's having her husband, he works outside, she's having her husband do it as well because dirt and grime. And he's like just taking a cotton pad and just wiping his eye at night. This is micellar water. This is for a double cleanse. Now, I love a double cleanse because I would do the eye makeup remover, then I would take another cotton round, put it all over this and wipe it all over my face and get the makeup off. Then I cleanse my face with my cleanser. Previous to this, we had some towelettes, like little, washcloths. They had product on them. we stopped doing those because the skin barrier, you don't want to damage your skin barrier. And we can't be in everybody's bathroom to make sure they're not going like this instead of like this. They're fine if somebody were to gently just wipe it off, but I don't really know anybody that does that. So we use a micellar because it's like a magnet for dirt. It's also a great gift to include in a new mommy's little gift. You take her, because take her a pamper package. We have cute pamper packages. Don't take her just something for the baby because she like, okay, I did this. And this is a great like lazy girl cleanse if she's breastfeeding and she needs it by her bedside. It's awesome. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, so that's some skincare things. Let me take a sip of my product. We'll skip to some color things. Then I'm gonna come back to you and tell you about our clinical solutions. Okay, we have three compacts. Again, I don't know where almost. Oh, here it is. Good. I think my sweet housekeeper cleaned up for me is what happened. And I forgot to check. Okay, this is, I call this my Mac Daddy. Look how thin it is. And they all open on the logo. If you're like, I can't get it open. Yeah. Okay, so this is everything. I've got powder, I've got blushers, I've got shadows, I've got highlighter, bronzer. This is my travel one actually that I keep for travel. It stays in my travel bag. And so you can design, all of our compacts are customized. They're magnetic and you can design whatever you want to. Now, the reason we don't put a mirror in here, there's a mirror in another one, is because if the mirror broke, you would have to replace a lot of product, and we don't want you to have to do that. So, I know, I know, isn't that funny? Opens on the logo, yes, because you're like, I can't get it open. So this one, I'm gonna do this one first. This is our mini one. I love this. Look how cute. Okay, so this is four shadows or a blusher and one shadow. And I love it for a lot of things. This is like if I'm going on a 2-day trip, because I really am the girl, I could take 10 lipsticks or lip glosses, but I could wear the same three shadows for the rest of my life. I have to make myself try new things. So this is my look, actually. These are my favorite colors right here. Um, so I'll just do that and throw it in my bag, and it's easy. Also, it's great for someone who's just starting to wear makeup. You can put a little neutral blush and a little neutral shadow, and she's got a cute little compact she can put in her purse. So it's awesome. All sorts of things. This one has a mirror. So there you go. Oop, nasty. This is a blush brick right here. One of my favorite things to do for people, so you should do this for yourself, is to create a blush brick. Now, this one's mine. It's warm. I'm a warm girl. Can you tell I have on orange? We can do three blushers and a highlighter, a powdered highlighter. And you can either, it's a makeup artist trick. You can either sweep across it. I had my makeup and my hair done because I spoke for our entire seminar in Charlotte recently. And I asked him, I said, is that still a thing? He said, oh, yes, blush bricks will never not be a thing. And he said, look, I have three right here. So you just sweep it across it. They'll all go with whatever. You can grab one or two colors. You can sweep one of them and grab it with your highlighter. It's amazing. This compact, again, though, is magnetic. So you can do anything. You could put 12 shadows. You could put 6 shadows and a blusher and a contour. You can put contour, contour, highlight, highlight. You can make, I have 4 sitting right here. You can make whatever you want to. And that's what your consultant is for. Remember, she's your gift with purchase. So she helps you design a color wardrobe to go with your clothing. If you've had your colors done, tell me in the chat because we have access to amazing information that we help you build your makeup wardrobe to go with whatever you are. I am a spring. If my hair were actually its natural color, which is very, very, very dark, I probably would be an autumn, but definitely warm. Okay, so that's this CC cream. We have a full foundation line. I love it. In fact, one of the things I hear most from everyone, like everyone, is when they get it on, they're like, I can't feel it. One of my customers said, hey, I'm not going to use your foundation. I said, okay. She said, I want it to feel like I have a bunch on. I was like, gross, but okay, I got you. I'm gonna use everything else. I was like, okay. So in our CC cream is shade spanning, and it's called complexion correction. It has a pump, love it, and it takes very little. The first time I had way too much, I was like, I don't like this, and Riley's like, Mom, you had enough for like 12 faces. It's like, okay. Um, your kids keep you humble. And shade spanning meaning like it will cover a bunch of shades. We do have an IntelliMatch system with our foundations, which is really important. So like if you burn or if you get pink and then tan or if you tan Or if you're bronze, like, but even like my bronze skin friends, some of them burn easy. So you just have to know those things, and that tells you about the undertone. You want an undertone based foundation because uh, that's from a makeup artist standpoint. Okay, I'm gonna shut up. Waterproof pencils. I'm not gonna shut up. I'm gonna shut up on that. Waterproof pencils. I just pulled a lip and an eye. I love waterproof. I have Auburn um, nude with soft nude lip gloss and coral confetti on top of that. I know if you're a consultant, you just grab it all. And then brown eyeliner. But I love that they're waterproof. Love, love, love. Okay, next thing, clinical solutions. Y'all, if you want to take your skin to the next level, Clinical Solutions is your friend. Now, the first thing I'm going to talk to you about that I don't have the tube is brand new. We're actually dubbed it the Forehead Club because it's if you don't, now I'm not hating on injections, okay? But if you want to extend the time between injections and save yourself money, or you're like, nah, peace out, I don't want to do injections, we have a product called Dynamic Wrinkle Limiter. So dynamic wrinkles are the ones that you get from your expressions, you know? So from here up, smile lines, here, the 11s, here, here. And it's 76% as effective as injections. It's plant-based, and one of the key ingredients it has is called electric daisy. Isn't that a fun ingredient? And it has the ability to relax that muscle and keep it from moving without having a frozen face, and it is dramatic. We'll tell you that it makes a difference in a month, but we got it early, those of us on the leadership team, because we get everything pre-market so that we can start using it for free. And in 4 days, we were sending each other forehead pics. So it's like, we made a collage of like foreheads, and they're ours, and it was amazing. So it's definitely something you want to do. The next thing is boosters. And I'm going to talk to you about retinol. We are launching right now a 0.3 retinol. Now we have 0.5. You would think, why are you going backwards? Zero point 0.5 for us through dermatologist education requires a retinization process. And you want to walk through that process because most derms, med spas just throw retinol at you and say, hey, you're going to be irritated. It'll get better. And who wants to even walk through that? So we did a retinization process. But what we found is a confused mind does nothing. And so customers are like, when did I do it? When did I get, that kind of thing. And so we lessened, it's not about percentage. It's about consistency. And so you get to use the zero point 0.3 daily, and y'all, my friends, that in America, I'm like, your skin is skinning, and it is taking it to the next level. So if you are 20 or over, the answer is just yes, I want retinol, like, period. So it comes out on the 10th. Yes. Unless your consultant is a director, and she has it now. So these are boosters. One of the things I love about boosters, I told you I was an 11-minute in the bathroom girl. Really, it's the reason I don't straighten my hair anymore because that takes too much time. Um, is they're easy. You just cleanse, put your boosters on, follow with your serums and your moisturizers, you're good. And it's like need specific. You wouldn't need all four of these. So one of them, and I'll start with that one, is the PHA AHA resurfacer. So if you are pregnant or nursing, or you don't want to use retinol, I don't know another reason because it has a very low sensitivity rate, but you can use a PHA AHA resurfacer to help resurface your skin. Those are acids that are known to exfoliate and give you that clear skin. And it also, when you do that type of acid, it mimics a damage, like an injury to your skin, and it causes your skin to produce more vitamin A, like more collagen. So this is awesome. Next thing, C plus resveratrol. If you notice and that fine lines, like if I said to you, if I had a magic wand and I could wave it across your skin, this is what I want you to answer in the chat. What would be the thing or things that you would change about your skin? I love this question because it's very need specific. So fine lines, vitamin C. Also, if someone says, I'm trying not to sneeze. If someone says vitamin C to you, just say yes, just like retinol, because vitamin C is a game changer for um, uh, anything anti-aging. The next one is ferulic acid plus niacinamide 2025, just like 2024 and 2023, niacinamide is the number one trending ingredient. Niacinamide has extreme brightening properties. We pair it with ferulic acid to amp it up even more because we believe in partnering actives to give them like turbo results, basically. And the other hidden thing this has, if you battle acne, if you will use this morning and night, now you have to be consistent. These are not topical. These are like used every day. You can use them once a day or twice a day. It depends. If you use them twice a day, they'll run out in a month. If you use them once a day, they'll run out in two, obviously. This one, though, for acne fighting, you have to use it morning and night. And in 2 weeks, that's when the acne fighting powder power kicks in. But it's also great for just brightening. Okay, next one is HA plus ceramide, hyaluronic acid plus ceramide. Hyaluronic acid is moisture on a deep level. Whether you're oily or dry, you want your skin to be hydrated because if you're oily, your skin creates less surface oil if it's hydrated. If you're dry, obviously, all the hydration. And almost everyone uses that one in almost every age. That's kind of a go-to. Okay, look at my time. Okay, I'm gonna talk 2 more minutes, then I'm gonna cut off the recording. We're gonna address, don't forget, tell me your magic wand answers. Like, what are those? So, and then I'll answer all the things. This, I told you I had to put my eye patches on this morning because I was so puffy. Well, they are pink and sparkly. Look at them. Aren't they gorgeous? Pink and sparkly and juicy. And if I showed you the before and afters, you'd be like, 2 jars, please. This is a great gift. I keep them wrapped up at Christmas because they wrap up so cute. I wrap them up in tulle and put a little ornament on top, kind of for those oops gift if someone comes by and you're thinking, oh shoot, I don't have her a gift. Well, you do now. And I just put them on. I wash my face, put them on, fix my hot tea, have my quiet time, leave them on about 20 minutes. A lot of my girlfriends put them on when they're taking the kids to Carline. And I think Carrie Beth just shared a picture, so that'll be awesome if you can look in the chat because I saw her share a file. So those are amazing. Now I'm not talking TJ Maxx eye patches. When you're checking out and they have all the cool things and I'm all about some TJ Maxx. I'm talking real quality, amazing. There are 30 pairs in there for $44. Like amazing. If you're a consultant, half of that. Okay. Finishing spray and primer and nourishing oil. Nourishing oil, Jesus tears, we call it. There's no sacrilege. I love me some Jesus. But this is so amazing. You can put it on your skin, which I do. You can put it on the tips of your hair, which I do. You can put it on your cuticles. I put a whole dropper and dollop of this body lotion, our Time Wise Toning body lotion, and smooth it all over my skin. The body lotion itself is amazing. It will moisturize your body skin for 24 hours. Add the nourishing oil, and you will like pet yourself. You are so soft. These two things I never, ever not use. Foundation primer after my moisturizer, before my foundation or CC cream. Just a little bit, like that much, all over your face. And it helps to make your skin look almost poreless. And it keeps your makeup on. Remember what I told you? 11 minutes in the bathroom also means I don't want to redo it. I want it to stay there. And then finishing spray, when you get through, we partnered with the premier finishing spray people. It's the only thing in our line that we partnered with somebody. Scandinavia, they had been partnered with Urban Decay to make their setting spray that's so, viral. But they stopped, Urban Decay stopped partnering with them, which was not smart. And they wanted to keep more of their profits, I think. But Scandinavia is an incredible company, integrity filled. We partnered with them to make this, and this is a 16-hour stay. So when I finish my makeup, arm's length, spray my whole face, bam. And if I come in and want to go out somewhere, like I'm going to dinner or something, I just spray it again and add some lips. It just keeps it a little hydrated and lowers the temperature of your skin. Okay, I could go on and on. I'm going to tell you this. This is my favorite foundation brush. We have a foundation brush, and this is called a blending brush. I like this one. My daughter likes the other one. This is super dense. It gives you kind of an airbrush look. And then this is our big fluffy powder brush. Okay, that was a lot, right? Okay, I'm going to close out today. If you have any questions, and then stay on if you're on live with me because I'm going to answer all your questions, but I'm going to stop the recording.